Hello students, hope you all are fine. In the last class we have done micronutrient, that is vitamin, and now we are going to do the second micronutrient, that are minerals. There are number of minerals and inorganic substances that play an important role in the nutrition, like the vitamins. They are needed in lesser quantity, but their deficiency leads to diseases. Minerals are drawn from the soil by the plants, and then human beings ingest that plants, and they will get from the animals who have eaten these plants. Mineral elements are so important for us as they perform various regular activities in our body. Now we will be discussing these minerals one by one. First one is calcium. Calcium is very important mineral for our body. Our body contains calcium in greater amount than any other element. It consists about 2% of the body weight of an adult, out of which 99% of the calcium is present in bones and teeth. So its main important function are: it helps to build skeleton, teeth, it helps muscles and nerves act normally, so it leads to the normal behavior of heart and nervous system. And third one is blood clotting process. Calcium is one of the element necessary to complete the blood clotting process. Now the sources of calcium. Milk and milk products are the best and the richest source of calcium. Small fish, green leafy vegetables and cereals. Now, phosphorus. Phosphorus plays an important role in the various functions of the body, which are: first, it is helpful in the formation of teeth and bones. Second one, it helps in the maintenance of acid base balance of the blood. Third one, it supply energy to the muscles for contraction. And the last one, in the form of enzymes, means these are the chemical substances which helps in digestion. They regulate the carbohydrate metabolism. Phosphorus is found in good amount in the foods which are rich in proteins and calcium. Thus milk, cheese, egg yolk, meat, fish are good sources of phosphorus. What happens when we are not having enough of calcium and phosphorus in our diet? It leads to the deficiency of calcium and phosphorus. Lower intakes of calcium may result in retarded calcification of bones and teeth. But with the deficiency of calcium, if the person is deficient in phosphorus and vitamin D, it leads to stunted growth and rickets. As you have seen in the figure, the bow-shaped legs, enlargement of ankles and wrist, and the person also show hollow chest and thin fragile bones. Fragile means they will break easily. And in adults, the calcium deficiency along with phosphorus and vitamin D leads to osteomalacia and osteoporosis. You can look at this diagram. The normal bone is compact as compared to the osteomalacia bone, which is soft, porous and fragile. Next is iron, heme. It is an important part of the hemoglobin present in the blood, as it combines with oxygen in the lungs to form oxyhemoglobin, and which is carried to all parts of the body tissues by blood circulation. Its food sources are liver, kidney, heart, egg, organ meats, green leafy vegetables, beetroot, dried fruits like apricot, dates, whole grain cereals, and legumes. Now, if we are not having enough of iron in our diet, it leads to the deficiency known as anemia. Nutritional anemia is caused due to the deficiency of iron, folic acid, and vitamin B12. Infants and small children often develop this iron deficiency during the period of rapid growth when the iron intake is not in accordance with the demand of increasing tissues. Young adolescent girls also suffer from anemia because their iron requirement is more because of increased blood loss every month. Pregnant women also show the signs of anemia as they have to supply iron to the growing fetus. And during the chronic blood loss, as during bleeding, peptic ulcer, or recurrent nose bleeding, it also causes anemia. Look at this diagram. It's showing the blood cell of the normal person and the blood cell of the anemic one. In the normal one, we can see the number of red blood cells and the white blood cells. But in case of anemia, the number of red blood cells decreased. The symptoms of anemia are it leads to fatigue, dizziness, the person will feel breathlessness, weakness all the time, his vision will diminish, headache, loss of weight, and coldness of hand and feet. Next is iodine. Iodine is very important nutrient as it is required for the proper functioning of thyroid gland as thyroid gland releases thyroxine hormone which helps in normal physical and mental growth. Now, the food sources of iodine. The only source of iodine in our diet is iodized salt. It means iodine is artificially added to the NaCl, that is our table salt. Iodine content in the foods varies widely under different soil and fertilizer conditions. Iodine is also found in marine or deep sea fish and seafood. Now, what happens when we are not having enough of iodine in our diet? It leads to goiter, that is, enlargement of the thyroid gland. If the mother is having iodine deficiency during pregnancy, deficient mother will give birth to mentally challenged babies which will be irreversible. Next mineral is fluorine. Fluorine is found in the bones and teeth, and the small amount of fluorine helps in the reduction in teeth decay because this mineral makes tooth enamel more resistant to the action of the acid. Sources of fluorine. We get fluorine from milk, eggs, and fish. Although food as well as water also contains varying amounts of this fluorine. Next one is water. Water act as solvent for several products like water soluble vitamins B and C during digestion and their transportation. It plays an important role in the regulation of body temperature. Water is constantly lost from our body in the form of sweat, perspiration, and urine. Therefore, one must consume 5 to 6 glasses of water or more than that every day. The quantity of the water is required more in the hot weather conditions as we sweat more during hot weather. And the last one is the dietary fiber. Dietary fiber is mainly consists of cellulose. In fact, it is a form of a carbohydrate which is not digested by the human body, but it is essential for the normal functioning of intestine and the bowel movement. And the sources of dietary fiber are cereals, whole grains, fresh fruits, and vegetables. Although dietary fiber is not providing us any energy, but it is important for the normal intestinal function. So, with this, we have completed this chapter. In the end, I would like to say that we need nutrients to perform various functions of the body and to lead a healthy life. In this chapter, we have covered the deficiency, food sources, and functions of macronutrients and micronutrients. So, it is helpful in planning a diet for a person as foods have to be chosen in proper amounts to provide all the nutrients in required amounts for a person. Thank you.